Hey everybody, welcome to Dave's Saturday podcast that might possibly get uploaded Sunday because here's why. I've done a lot this Saturday. I'm kind of tired. It takes me like 10 minutes to put this all into like a video format and upload it. So that's why. I'm just lazy. I'm a lazy piece of crap. Hey, how was you guys doing? How was you guys doing? Wow, this is the biggest waste of a first minute I've ever had out of all 3 of my episodes. I am kind of out of it because I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to go through my whole week like I always do. Monday through Thursday, worked. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm a true American. Friday was fun. So Friday morning I wake up at like 8. I lay in bed until 9. And then I get up, I take a shower, I eat a bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats, my favorite cereal, with some milk, my favorite dairy-based beverage, I think. And then I go out, I drive to this trail. It's called Chanterelle Trail. Maybe you've been on it. Who knows? And I went up there. So basically this trail is, it's got an overlook. It's like 2.5 miles to the overlook. So I walked that. I walked to the overlook. It's a 1,500-foot climb. And I got to the top of there, took a picture, sent it to a buddy, and then I just kept walking. I went all the way up to like 2,000 feet elevation. And then the trail forked, and it said, hey, you could go either of these ways. They're both a mile uphill. And I said, no, thank you. So that was pretty much all I did Friday. And then I walked down, and man, I swear, I am so mad at myself. I was set up for the perfect joke when I was on that trail. I'd say these two girls that were like pretty good looking, and I was walking by them. I had my headphones on. I was listening to something, but I could still hear everything around me in case like a biker came up behind me, like a mountain biker. And these girls are walking up towards me, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. And as they're walking by, this first girl says, so I met a guy this weekend. And her friend goes, ooh. And everything in me wanted to go, ooh, is he cute? And I didn't. I'm so mad at myself for that. Could you imagine? Oh, man. I would have been almost normal to a female that was probably interested in the guy she was talking about, and I never would have had a chance with in a million years. So that was the only thing I can really remember from the hike, other than the agony of going down 2,000 feet. It was a nightmare. Man, the amount of stress that going downhill puts on your legs is so much. I didn't even realize. My hips, I don't even know if I have them anymore. I think it might just turn into like this soup. So now my hip sockets and my hips are all just kind of soupy, and that's why it hurts to walk. Maybe. Don't know. I had a lot of fun on that trail, though. This guy said hello to me. That was like my social interaction for that day. I went home after that, and I bought this game called Blood Bowl, which is like football, but you play as a bunch of mythical creatures or something. And you take turns like moving your pieces around and trying to score. It's a real pain in the butt because it's all based on probability, and the game's kind of crap, but I also had fun with it, so that's it. I played some chess too, but I think somehow I'm getting worse at chess, and it's really, really painful to play chess. I'm good at messing with people though. So yeah, I guess that's how it is. But I'm not the best at chess. So if you ever want to play chess with me, just send me a message. I'll play you and cry. All right. What else I do? This morning, Saturday morning, I went with a friend. We hiked a different trail. So I did like 11 miles total this weekend. 4 up and 4 down on that other trail. And then just 3 miles kind of walking around. Sorry if I'm getting louder and quieter. I'm being an idiot with a microphone. And I stabilize my head, so if I move, I'll notice. Okay, so we walked around, and then we went, and I had to get some groceries. I bought hot dog buns. I didn't know that Kroger or Fred Meyer, whatever you call it, was full of a bunch of idiots. And so I just grabbed hot dog buns. They were like $1.30. And I get home and they're Hawaiian. I don't want my buns to be Hawaiian, okay? I just want classic buns. Am I allowed to call them white buns? Is someone going to say something if I do that? If I prefer white buns over Hawaiian buns? I'm talking about the actual hot dog buns. I don't care if you're Hawaiian ethnically. I think I'm bad at this stuff. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just wanted the regular hot dog buns that I'm used to getting that are made from white bread. All right, that was a car wreck, but I muddled my way through it. I love the black community. That's what everybody says. Everybody says they love the black community. So it doesn't mean anything when you say it anymore. It doesn't mean anything when you say you're not racist. It doesn't mean anything when you treat an ethnic group with respect. I don't know. I don't know how to deal with it anymore. It just depends on the person, but there's some people that everything's racist. I'm just looking for it. And you look for something, you're gonna find it. I think there are a lot of racist people. People that don't realize it and they're racist, but I think there's a lot of people that are not racist at all, and they might come off as a little bit just because they don't really understand the whole deal, like me. I'm gonna skip this subject now because I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about it. Okay, what else this week? I got a raise last week. You know why I got a raise? It's because I'm a really good-looking guy and my boss is a female. That's the only reason. I'm just kidding. No, but what was funny is the day before, I had talked to my boss about keeping up with the Kardashians, and she told me all about it. The day after, I went to her office, and she's like, hey, let's have a meeting. And I said, all right. And she sat me down and gave me a raise. That wasn't exactly how it happened because I had planned that meeting like Monday for Thursday to ask for a raise. And so I don't think it had anything to do with talking to my boss about keeping up with the Kardashians. Because if it did, I would learn that show forwards and backwards. I would wear a Kardashians t-shirt. I would get a raise every week, man. I don't care. You could sell out so much until you're evil, and that would not be too much. Yeah. So earlier I went shopping, got those buns. What else I get? I got some pickles, like the pickle wedges. I like those on my hot dogs, and then I use a pickle juice for some chicken I just made. There's a huge heaping bowl of it. I made like 4 pounds for no good reason. I'm an idiot. I didn't want to make that much, but I did. So I made that, and it's not the best. I breaded it way too much. So there's that. I got this new honey mustard sauce. It's by some Beaver brand, and it is like the best honey mustard sauce. The reason why is because they put a little bit of horseradish in, so it's got the honey mustard and that little bit of kick that the mustard gives you, plus the kick that horseradish gives you. I can't remember the name of it. So there's that. So that's pretty much my week. Most of it was Friday and Saturday. Last Sunday I don't think I did anything. Nothing important. I usually just sit at home and do nothing. Been playing Halo with a friend. Played a lot of that. That's it. That's all. Alright. I don't have anything else to talk about. I feel like, I'll come up with something. Man, I just don't do enough. This podcast will get a lot longer once I actually do things, and then things lead to each other. So I really want to start going. Like the first time in my life, Friday night, I thought, man, I could go to a bar right now, but everything's closed, so I couldn't. But just to meet random people. I mean, meeting random people would be a lot of fun. So, yeah. I like meeting random people. That's why I probably like doing stand-up so much, is when I just get a bunch of random people to laugh at me. There's nothing better in the world, man. I can't go up on the street and just tell people my jokes so they think I'm a freaking insane person. And then you get on a stage and all of a sudden you're a normal human being and you're just being funny. I don't know. I bet if, what's his name? The Unabomber. I bet if the Unabomber was a stand-up comedian, he would have gotten famous just talking about his ideas. Because people would have thought they were funny. And then they would have realized he was right, and which makes it even funnier. Alternatively, that wouldn't have happened at all because he was kind of old and wasn't very socially apt. So that's that. I don't know. People with social skills. I didn't have social skills as a kid at all. There's a story of me in kindergarten, and I wanted to be friends with these guys, and I would just kind of follow them around and do what they did, and they definitely were not friends with me. And it took me like 3 years to realize that, and then to actually try and make friends that talk to me. It's just how it goes, I guess. Stupid little David. Some of my childhood was really bad. I don't think it was that bad. I think I survived, so that's good. Yeah. Remember when I was in 3rd grade, I hated this kid because I thought he looked like an idiot. That was the only reason I hated that kid. And go back and think about it, and I was the biggest tool on earth. And then in 4th grade, we were best friends. That's how the world works for you. And now I don't know what he's doing. I think he's working at a gas station, maybe. I don't know. I got lunch with him, and I kept getting looks from people. He's an interesting character. He's kind of, I don't know a nice way to put it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Now you know. Yeah. I'm going to go delete his name, so it's going to be a blank spot for his name. Give me a second. Everybody, my editing skills are so fire. Man, you're probably wondering what I was just talking about. Well, I said the kid's name earlier, but I edited it so well, you're not even going to be able to tell. You're going to wonder what the heck I'm sorry I got real loud there, if it did. I got real close to the mic because I got excited. Yeah. Anyway, I'm the king of editing my own podcast. Now all I have to do is talk normally and stop putting all my words together into like buy one, get one Subway sandwich where you decide, man, I'm going to make something at home with this, and you just fill it up with stuff. You know, people do that. People go to Subway and they just order a ton of stuff on a sub. I'm talking like the sub can't close big, and they just take it home and they pull all the ingredients out and make like a salad or some pasta with it. What kind of... I'm not really going to judge that because that seems like a pretty good idea. It is. So anyone who doesn't think it's a good idea, I think the reason why is because impulsively it seems like a bad idea. But, I mean, it's like a big meal for $6. You can't really fault them. Just something better to put in your noodles if you're poor. Poor people need to go to Subway and do that. That's how you get those vitamin A gains. I was poor. That's why I'm allowed to talk about poor people. That's right. I couldn't afford $375 a month for rent. And I'd say only 40% of that was because I was an idiot with money. And I'd say 80% of it was because I didn't have enough money. That's right. It overlapped. It doesn't matter. I wish I get paid like $15 an hour now, and minimum wage here is $12.50. And I used to get paid like $9 an hour. I think the most I made $9 an hour plus tips, so it was like 10. The most I made like 16 doing some, I don't remember the name of it, some job. Doing some job. It was in computers. It was like moving computers, and I had to stop that because I have medical stuff. So, oops. So, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. Maybe something will come to me. And then when you get politically involved and stuff, not like actually in the real world, just enough to where I can talk about current events on my podcast. Like when all those people ran over the Capitol, maybe people want to hear my take. I don't know. I think I'm glad I'm not the Capitol building, because I don't want a bunch of people inside of me. I don't know. I don't want a political take on things. I'm kind of giving up on politics. The politicians don't really care most of the time. There are a couple that do, and then people hate them for it. I just don't want to be around it. But it's kind of important. But is it really? I don't know. I don't really get a choice. Shouldn't we made the Senate bigger when we had a huge population? You think the founding fathers are going to come back and be confused as to why we haven't like quadrupled the amount of politicians that we have? Or we haven't like regionalized the country. Shouldn't there be like a northwest government and a southwest government and a mid-country government and a northeast and southeast government? Doesn't that make a lot more sense? Maybe not, because in that southwest government or southeast government, there might be some issues with minorities there. If we had ever done that, like in the Civil War era. So I don't know. Maybe maybe people shouldn't listen to my political ideas. Hey, this podcast is going a lot longer because I'm learning how to talk about stuff that is interesting-ish, or stuff is coming to me easier. I ate some canned corn this week. I love canned corn. I wish I could marry canned corn. Oh, let's talk about my love life a little more. I like to talk about my love life every week. There was a girl that I thought I was interested in for like 2 days, and then I wasn't anymore because I think she was dating a guy and then wasn't and then was and then wasn't and then was and then wasn't. And I don't play that game, so I'm not going to take that risk. So that's my update on my love life. Still got that date set up for May 15th. That's not going to happen, but will happen. Who knows? I don't. I don't know. That's really it for me. Okay, well, this might get uploaded Saturday night. It might get uploaded Sunday morning. I don't know. Hopefully it gets uploaded tonight. We'll see how I feel about 30 seconds after I stop recording and my vocal cords are happy again. Well, hey everybody, you have a good weekend. I'm going to leave that in there. I don't know if you can hear it, but my roommate just screamed. Alright. Oh, this is the last thing. This podcast, if you're listening to this, Sam, hi, but Sam doesn't listen to it. Also, I'm not making this podcast public until December. Like, I'm not sharing it with people until December. February 20th-ish. I turned 24 February 5th. This is just to make sure I do it. I already said this, though. Okay, goodbye.